Hey guys, this is Coach Pyry. This is Breaking3. In this video, you're going to learn why changing too many things at the same time is a really bad idea if your goal is to run a sub 3 hour marathon and you aren't sure if you can actually do it yet. Because that's exactly what happened to me, and I ran into some problems. I was tracking really nicely at the 16 weeks out point to Melbourne Marathon. Right now we are 8 weeks out. So I was running 4 days a week. I was doing 2 harder runs and 2 easier runs, and I was averaging about 60 to 65 kilometers per week. And I thought to myself, this is not enough because I'm not yet in the shape to run a sub 3 hour marathon. So I decided to bump things up a little bit, and this is where I made a mistake. I made a mistake of changing too many things at the same time. I increased my runs per week by 1, and instead of doing the sensible thing, which would have been to make that run an easy run, I actually made it a hard run. So now I was doing 3 hard runs and 2 easy runs per week. And these hard runs, what they mean is that they were some kind of speed work or a longer session or a kind of a medium session with some speed work in them. So it's a little bit harder to recover from that. And it actually went well for about 3 weeks, but then I ran into some problems. I started developing this niggle in my soleus, one of the lower calf muscle that plays a significant role in running, and in my posterior tibialis muscle. And it began as like this kind of a nagging sensation that I don't want to put my weight on my left side, and I just kept running through it. And as is the case, you just simply can't run through your injuries. You have to work around the injury. So probably in hindsight, I should have deloaded earlier. I should have changed my approach, but I was stubborn, and I'd already said on YouTube that I'm gonna run a sub 3 hour marathon on the 15th of October. So if I can't do that, I'm going to be a failure. That's what my ego was telling me. So I just kept hammering it until it got to the point where I actually couldn't walk anymore. I had to go to a physio who specializes in running injuries, and he was able to diagnose what was happening, and he helped me to design a plan to get back on track. So the plan included 3 weeks of no running. That was really hard, that sucked, but I substituted running to some air bike and some kettlebell ballistics and some other forms of cardiovascular training that didn't include any impact. And then of course, I went all in on the rehab. I did all the exercises very diligently. So that was the first 3 weeks out of my 5-week trip to Finland, and then luckily on the last 2 weeks I was able to enjoy the Finnish outdoors and progressively do more and more running. And now I'm at a place where I'm basically where I started from, in that I'm doing 4 runs a week. 2 of them are harder sessions and 2 of them are easier sessions, and I'm averaging about 60 to 65 kilometers per week, and my leg is feeling like 90% there. It's not 100% yet, but it's about 90% there. So we're 8 weeks away, and I haven't given up on my goal, but I gotta tell you that I have done some inner work, and I have accepted the fact that if I don't do it right now, then I'm just going to do it the next time, and I'm not going to break myself, and I'm not going to run into some long-term problems, because I get really pissy when I can't train. Like, I really enjoy my running, and if I can't run, then that makes me a very angry and short and just a difficult person to be around, and I don't want to do that to my fiance. So that's a bit of an update. I'm keeping my hopes up, and funnily enough, my performance on my runs now that I'm back in Melbourne has actually been better than what it was before I went away. So maybe this whole thing, during this time, my body has been actually able to recover and adapt from all the training that I've been doing up until now. So wish me best of luck. Follow me on Strava, follow me on Instagram. I'm Coach Pyry on both of those places. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you get some updates on how this project is moving along. If you have any comments or questions, or you want to share your own stories about how you've worked around some injuries, it would be great to hear that in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching and listening. This is Coach Pyry. I'll see you in the next video.